What's up, guys? The Snowman here, excited to talk some NFL. Today we're going to go through the basics of the NFL offense. Maybe you're just getting into American football. It can be a little confusing at first, but we're going to go through and analyze how NFL offenses look and operate. So run plays versus pass plays, the difference between a quarterback being under center or in the shotgun position, different formations, different personnel, all the fundamentals of the NFL offense. In the NFL, both the offense and the opposing defense have 11 players on the field at once. For the offense, that's comprised of 5 offensive linemen who block. We've got the quarterback and then some combination of 5 skill position players, so running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. If you want more on these specific positions, please check out my NFL Positions Explained video. The primary goal of NFL offenses is to score as many points as possible. They get 4 downs or plays to either pick up 10 yards and get a first down or score a touchdown. Teams accomplish this by moving the ball down the field with a combination of rushing plays and passing plays. On running plays, the quarterback either runs the ball himself or more commonly hands the ball off to a running back. There's also rare occasions where the quarterback may even hand the ball off to a wide receiver, but the following are different types of running plays you'll see in the NFL. We've got the dive or blast run, which is simply when the QB hands off to the running back who runs up the middle behind his offensive lineman. He's either running through the A gap between the center and guard or the B gap between the guard and the offensive tackle. Different from that is the sweep or toss play where the QB tosses it outside to the running back who then runs outside of the offensive lineman and takes a wider angle. It's more of an east-west run as just opposed to north and south. We also have the counter play where the running back takes one step in the opposite direction to try to get defenses off balance, but then counters back to where the offensive line is shifting to. There's intentional misdirection that comes with running a counter play. On that same note, a draw play is when a quarterback acts like he's going to throw the ball. The receivers even run routes like it's a passing play, but then the QB will turn around for a delayed handoff to the running back. Sometimes the quarterback will keep it himself and run a QB sneak where he takes the ball from the center and lunges forward. QB sneaks are most common in short yardage situations on the goal line or 3rd or 4th and 1. And one more run that's common to convert short yardage, the fullback dive. Not as popular nowadays as the fullback is progressively becoming more extinct, but for this rushing play, the QB hands off directly to the fullback who runs forward. And those are most of the common running plays. Now let's talk about passing plays. This is where the quarterback drops back and throws the ball either to his wide receivers, tight ends, or running backs. There's a wide range of routes that receivers run on pass plays, one of which is the slant route. Generally on slant routes, the receiver will take 2 or 3 steps forward, plant their outside foot, and then drive into the middle of the field at a 45-degree angle to create separation. Flat route, the B and Y receivers are running to the flats here. This is a quick hitting route designed to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands in a short amount of time. The receiver runs to the sideline and hopefully catches the ball quickly so they can make plays in space. 2 passing routes that are very similar are the comeback and the curl. Our X-receiver is running a comeback here. It's a 12 to 15 yard intermediate route. The receiver drives hard upfield, hopefully to get the defender's momentum turning up the field, and then the pass catcher moves downhill towards the sideline at a 45-degree angle. The curl, very similar. B and Y both running curls here. It's essentially the same concept as a comeback, only the receiver turns around and runs back towards the middle, not the sidelines. An out route represented by the A tight end here is when the receiver runs straight but then breaks out towards the sideline at a 90-degree angle. The dig route is the inverse of the out. Our Y receiver here runs forward but then cuts in at 90 degrees. Just like the slant, the dig route can leave receivers vulnerable to bone-crushing hits by linebackers. A few more standard routes. We have the post, B and RB both running a post here. It's a deep route where the receiver builds up speed and then slices in towards the deep middle of the field. The opposite of that is the corner route represented by A and B. This time the receiver runs straight and breaks off towards the corner of the end zone. We also have the go or fade route, which is more or less when the receiver runs as fast as he can in a straight line and goes long. Sometimes receivers will throw in a double move when they start out straight, juke like like they're coming back, but then continue to sprint downfield. It's the deepest route in the game. I also want to mention a wheel route. Why running a wheel here, where the running back starts out in the backfield but runs out to the flat and then cuts sharply upfield in a straight line. Another pass play that can go to running backs or receivers is the screen pass. This is a somewhat delayed pass where the offensive lineman will attempt to create a path for the receiver. They get out in front of the play, so then when the ball is caught, the carrier has a convoy of blockers to escort him. The last passing concept for right now is a play action pass. This is where the quarterback fakes a handoff to the running back and ends up throwing the ball to a receiver. Play action is a great way to keep the defense off guard and get them to bite on a run fake. And one more combination, run pass play, is the RPO, or the run pass option. This is a concept that can result in a run or a pass. The quarterback has the option of handing the ball off, running himself, or passing the football to a receiver. The offensive line blocks as if it's a run play, which puts a lot of stress on the defense to play either the run or the pass. And now that we know all about run and pass plays, let's go over a few other definitions. If a QB is under center, that means he starts off the play directly behind the center. This is a good balanced formation for running or passing. The shotgun formation is more geared towards passing. Shotgun is when the quarterback is about 7 yards behind the center. This is a spread offensive look where the QB has more room in the pocket to try to develop passing plays that require more time. And we also have the pistol, which is a hybrid of the two. The quarterback is about 3 yards away from the center. He's close enough to the line of scrimmage to read the defense, but also far away enough to give him extra time and vision for pass plays. Finally, let's talk personnel groupings. I mentioned earlier that offenses have 5 skill position players on the field at once, made up of running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers. Well, we assign different personnel grouping numbers to identify them. For example, 11 personnel means that you have 1 running back, 1 tight end, and 3 wide receivers on the field. We get the number 11 because the first digit represents the number of running backs and the second number represents the number of tight ends. 1 back plus 1 tight end equals 11 personnel, which is the most common formation in the NFL nowadays. About 60% of the time in 2021, NFL offenses were in 11 personnel. The second most common personnel grouping is 12 personnel. This means 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and 2 wide receivers. Again, the first digit is the running back, second is the tight ends. 21 personnel is when you have 2 running backs and 1 tight end. This is a common formation for run plays, play action, or quick pass plays. And finally, we have 22 personnel represented here by the Saints, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, and there's many other personnel groupings, but these are 4 of the most common. Thanks a lot for watching my NFL Offenses Explained video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media if you enjoyed it. More weekly videos and NFL, soccer, tennis, basketball coverage coming to you. Cheers!